What's going on, guys? Today, pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to do kind of a rifle update video. It's going to be of my 700. I know I've been promising this update video for like 3 years now, but I'm pretty happy with where it's at. I don't think I'm going to do too much more. It's pretty much where I kind of planned it to be. But again, it's just going to be an update video, and I'll kind of show you guys what I did and what my plans are for this gun. Some of you guys remember my first video that I threw up. It was a Remington 700 SPS tactical bone stock. Standard Remington, early Remington 700 SPS tactical, 20-inch 1 in 12 action and barrel. As you can tell, it's not the stock or the factory stock anymore. It is the Bell & Carlson Medalist. I believe it's the A3 stock. I got it in the OD green with black spiderweb. On the back, I have the Eagle Industries cheek riser or stock pack. These are pretty hard to find now. When I first got my rifle, they were pretty popular and pretty easy to come by. But from my research, it looks like who bought them out? It looks like Triad Tactical ended up buying them out, and they sell this. This is actually where I got it from, Triad Tactical, and they have their own stock pack out there. It's pretty much the same thing, but the zipper's opposite, and it's actually on top, which kind of sucks because the lanyard is actually going to be hitting your cheek when you're using it. Same colors and stuff. They also offer a big pouch. I think it's kind of retarded. A lot of guys like it because you can use the Mil-Dot Master and put it in there. This one you can pretty much hold. I believe I just have a little thing of, I think it's like 10 rounds, like a little holder. I got my 2 snap caps. I usually have a calculator in there, and then the cheek risers, which come with this. It helps with the cheek weld. That way I don't have to drill the stock like I did with my factory one, and put the Carson cheek rest. Other than that, everything's the same. Same Bushnell Elite Tactical 3200, 30mm tube, 5x15 Mil-Dot reticle with I think it's like a 40mm objective lens. Yeah, pretty much that's the same. And then the Harris bipod still swivel. As you can tell, it's pretty much got a whole new setup. The stock is pretty much the only major upgrade that I've done to it. Everything else I kind of bought it right the first time. I'm not saying that the SPS Tactical wasn't the right one. I wanted a 20-inch barrel, and you just have to replace the stock with those. They're kind of shitty. This stock right here, I probably have only about 100 rounds through it. I don't go long-range shooting that often. Being in California, it's kind of hard to find a place, and I think the closest place is about an hour and 45 minutes to get to a 200-yard range. Kind of a mission to get out and shoot it, but pretty much, where's I going? Oh yeah, the stock, pretty much, I've replaced it. I was getting about 1-inch groups with the factory stock from the SPS Tactical. It's an okay stock. It has pillar bedding, but pretty much the whole entire thing is a soft rubber or a polymer. Has a lot of flex. Mainly when you have it on the bipod, it ends up flexing and touching the barrel. This one is a Medalist. It has a full aluminum pillar bedding, or sorry, a full aluminum, can't think of the word right now, a full aluminum block in the stock, which goes from, I believe, about right here all the way down to here. It has a huge solid block which your action screws go into, and then it goes all the way into the stock. Super rigid. I've been told that this is made out of carbon fiber and a polymer and something else. It's a very rigid stock, very good. Where the recoil lug goes, pretty much like I said, I was getting about 1-inch groups with the standard stock on there at about 100 yards. Sometimes I get a little bit below that. I'm not the greatest shooter in the world. But with this stock, I got it expecting it to go down drastically. It doesn't really. I'm still getting about 1-inch groups. Average about 1 and maybe like just a little bit over 1 inch of group. But what I found out, I was kind of upset about that for a second, but what I found out is that after you get a new stock, the recoil lug actually needs to set. So you need to shoot about 100 to 200 rounds for the recoil lug to make its imprint and the action to actually recoil into the stock, and it makes an imprint. And it ends up getting settled into the stock. So you kind of have to break the stock and action in together so they kind of mesh together. After it does that, it's supposed to tighten up your groups. I know there's some guys that are shooting, I believe it's like 1/2-inch groups and stuff like that. I know people are fully capable of it. Let me see if I have any. Yeah, right now, I'm still working on my 175 grain Sierra Match King loads. Here's my data, and I have these are pretty much my siders in. I've already done the first charge weight of OCW, which is optimal charge weight. I'm not going to get into that. You guys can look that up. But pretty much, I'm working on that. I'm on my 3rd stage of OCW, kind of finalizing the round before I start messing, or figure out the powder charge before I start messing with the seating depth. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm still working on the hand load. That's the main thing. And it's another reason why I want to get the stock, because if you get your hand load dialed in on a different stock and you end up changing the stocks, it's going to change the barrel harmonics and the performance pretty much of the rifle. Another thing that I picked up, which is pretty much a must-have, to be honest, is, and this is the 511 72-hour rush pack. Great backpack, $200, kind of pricey, but it was worth it for me. Is a tab rear bag, or any rear bag. But I talked to Frank over on Sniper's Hide, and I've talked to him a couple times. He's a pretty cool guy, and I was kind of shooting the shit with him over PMs on the Hide forum, which is Sniper's Hide forum. And we were kind of just shooting the shit, and then I kind of asked him, I was in the market for a tab gear, or a rear bag, and I kind of asked him which one's his favorite and why, and he kind of broke it down. He said without a doubt tab gear is his favorite. It's a good, it's pretty much a sandbag. It's really good material. Seems like medium-sized beads. To me it's just another rear bag, but to him it's pretty good, and I'll take his word for it. I don't care if he's getting paid for it or not. It's Frank. Any of you guys that know him, he's got a shit ton of skill. Whatever he says, I'll eat it up all day. Even if he's getting paid or it's bullshit, again, it's Frank. He can pretty much throw whatever he wants out there. He's got enough to back it up. But again, it's just a tab rear bag. Great stability. Allows you to make the small adjustments by squeezing the bag. That's helped my groups drastically. This right here, this is just Winchester white box, pretty much. I ended up buying this just for the brass, again, because I do reload. I have my reloading set up right here. You guys can probably see the layman trimmer right here. Got the rest of it over here. I don't want to take the camera off the tripod and reset it up, but it's over there. And I'm still working in my hand loads. But yeah, sorry, it's not the most amazing video ever. Again, it's just a kind of, I'm finally done in an update build where I took my Remington 700. Hopefully some of you guys can find this helpful in some way. I didn't really give out that much information. If you guys have any questions or anything, go ahead and send me messages, or go ahead and put comments. I'll try and answer as much as I can. I go on pretty often to YouTube just to watch videos or just check my account. But yeah, just go ahead and ask me questions if you guys want me to cover anything. Maybe I'll make another video if there's enough questions. But this is pretty much where I'm at. The main difference is the Bell & Carlson Medalist stock and the Eagle Industries stock pack. Those are great investments. Really helped out my setup. Again, why I didn't change anything else is because I pretty much put out some decent money. I know the optics can be better. I almost bought a Night Force a couple months ago, but I ended up going a different direction. I'm kind of glad, because my buddy that has a GA Precision, I think it's a Gladius, and he's got a Night Force, I think 5 through 25, like $2,000 scope. He is actually the one that talked me out of buying the Night Force, because he said it's overkill for 308, and it's the scope I have is fine. He shot it, and like I said, he's had a Gladius for a while, and he actually just sold it, and he said it's pretty much overkill for 308. If you have the money and you want that nice glass, go for it, but this is actually pretty clear glass. I'm actually going to build, that's kind of why I'm throwing this video up now. I'm actually going to purchase tomorrow a JD Machine billet matching set upper and lower, and I'm going to start a LR 308 build, and I'm probably going to go through that. I've kind of been looking through YouTube and Google, and there's not that much information besides forum talk. But as far as people building some, there's not really that much information. So it's kind of sparked me to throw this video up and get me into that. I'll leave this information for the LR build in its own video. But yeah, pretty much Remington 700 SPS Tactical 20-inch. This isn't the AAC SD with the threaded barrel and the 1 in 10. This is the 1 in 12 twist. 1 in 10 twist. If you can get that for a good price, I think that's just a better option to have the threaded barrel, even though you can't get a suppressor or anything like that. Well, most people. I think it's a great gun. I'd probably have that if I can have them both for the same price. But the 1 in 12 regular SPS Tactical is a great shooter. Here's the steel plate that I have. I don't know if you guys can really see that. But I was kind of just screwing around with this at, I think it was like 350 yards. Pretty much it was spot on. You can tell the grouping's not amazing. I was just kind of screwing around with the desert. I wasn't looking for amazing groups. I was going to try and help and test out my hand loads at 500 yards, but somebody was already at our spot, so that's kind of why we were screwing around at the 350 yards. I'll probably throw a clip of that in after this video, but that's pretty much it. I don't shoot this that often, but I'm going to start shooting competitions once I get my hand loads dialed in and get that 308 built. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, Remington 700 SPS Tactical in a Bell & Carlson stock. So hopefully that helps somebody out, and have a good day, guys.
Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done.
Don't say anything on this one.
All right.